Now, policymakers and development partners are in Nigeria to thrash out sustainable means to ramp up Africa's agricultural output. The economic summit is being held under the theme Feed Africa. It's focused on agricultural industrialization across the continent. And here's CCTV's Kelechi Emekalam with more.
It's the 11th conference, and key players are converged in the Nigerian capital, Abuja. The belief here is Africa has not fully utilized its potential in agribusiness, and Africa is proposing to inject some $800 million in key agro-technology initiatives. The idea is to boost economic growth through agriculture.
Agriculture, which contributes over 28% of the GDP of Africa, holds the key for accelerated growth and diversification and job creation for African economies. No region of the world has moved to industrial economy status without passing through the transformation of the agricultural sector. The reason is simple. Agriculture provides the basic raw materials needed for industrial development.
Shocks in global prices have had significant impact on income, especially for oil-producing countries like Nigeria. The country depends on oil for 70% of its revenue and 90% of its foreign exchange. But that has been greatly depleted in addition to a cut in production due to militant attacks on oil pipelines. Now, policymakers are hoping to change the trend by paying more attention to agriculture. Currently, agriculture accounts for only 20% of Africa's GDP, yet an estimated 60% of labor force is occupied in farming.
The sector is still dominated by a large number of subsistence farmers. It suffers from low levels of public investment, including access to finance for farmers and agribusinesses. To be clear, agriculture has largely been seen as a development sector for managing poverty, not for creating wealth. Yet Africa sits on a huge potential in agriculture. It is estimated that 65% of all the uncultivated arable land left in the world that will feed 9 billion people by 2050 lies in Africa.
With 200 million hectares, sub-Saharan Africa has nearly half of the world's uncultivated land that can be brought into production. But for that to happen, there has to be a fundamental shift in policy in favor of agriculture. Kelechi, Emekalam, CCTV Abuja, Nigeria.